Hello, friends. Yes, I am back to celebrate the abilities in persons with learning disability. And you guess right, it is the Learning Disability Week in the United Kingdom. And the theme is art and creativity. I am a living witness to what they can do better than I, and hence I appreciate the value they had to me. You may be wondering what a learning disability is. Learning disability is a reduced intellectual ability and difficulty with everyday activities. For example, household tasks, socializing or managing money, which affect someone for their whole life. A learning disability occurs when the brain is still developing, maybe before, during, or soon after birth. Several things can cause a learning disability. Before birth, things can happen to the central nervous system, that is the brain and the spinal cord, that can cause a learning disability. A child can be born with a learning disability if the mother has an accident or illness while she is pregnant, or if the unborn baby develops certain genes. Genes are chemicals in our bodies that contain information about us, like how we look. A person can be born with a learning disability if he or she does not get enough oxygen during birth, has trauma to the head, or is born too early. After birth, a learning disability can be caused by early childhood illnesses, accidents, and seizures. Therefore, getting a diagnosis is important, and it is often the first step to accessing the care and support needed for the future. People with a learning disability tend to take longer to learn and may need support to develop new skills, understand complicated information, and interact with other people. The level of support someone needs depends on the individual. For example, someone with a mild learning disability may only need support with things like getting a job. However, someone with a severe or profound learning disability may need full-time care and support with every aspect of their life. They may also have physical disabilities. A learning disability is different from a learning difficulty, as a learning difficulty does not affect general intellect. Learning disability is also sometimes confused with learning difficulties, such as dyslexia or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder ADHD, dyspraxia, and dyscalculia. A person can have one or a combination. As with learning disability, learning difficulties can also exist on a scale. A person might have a mild learning difficulty or a severe learning difficulty. The same is true of learning disabilities. A lot of people with a learning disability have more than one diagnosis and have a set of conditions that are unique to them. Some of them may have additional conditions such as Down syndrome, Williams syndrome, autism and Asperger syndrome, Fragile X syndrome, global developmental delay, cerebral palsy, challenging behavior, seeing gap 1, personality disorder, Prader-Willi syndrome, fetal alcohol syndrome, physical disability, or mental health conditions, and so on and so forth. People with learning disabilities are still dying 25 years earlier than the rest of the United Kingdom population. The Learning Disability Mortality Review calls for urgent action to prevent more avoidable deaths. If you are a parent or family carer of someone with a learning disability, please please contact your doctor, social services in your area, MENCAP, the National Autistic Society, Care UK, your doctor, or any advocacy services for assistance with how to get support for your child, children, and yourself. I hope there are services available to your children with additional needs in wherever country you're based. Please let us know how you get on in the comment section. Happy Learning Disability Week.